Hello everyone, we are in Rhode Island. Right now we're visiting Steve's family, a trip that's been a long time coming, and we're finally here and we're really excited. We're starting off the trip at this fun pioneer village and a quilt show. I'm very excited because I've been wanting to grow our quilt collection. Hopefully there will be something here. It might just be a museum though, it might not be like a buy kind of a situation, we'll see.
These little lines were done by machine, but then the different colors and stuff were all applied by hand. The appliques, all done by hand. There's so much of it. This one is hand quilted. These tiny little pieces of fabric. It would take so long.
I voted on my 3 favorites. It was really hard to choose. I love them all, but we had to pick so that someone can win. I don't know what they're gonna win, but something. The quilt show was not quilts for sale, just kind of like a competition and then a raffle, which is great. So hopefully we win the raffle. I loved them all. I really want to make a quilt, so it was very inspiring, but also made me realize that I don't have time to make a quilt right now. So hopefully someday.
So, like angle, like angle, and control, and it's really just go for draw height. At the very end, set it very high.
It is a new day. We are in Newport. We came specifically to go to a store that I really wanted to go to, but it's also just really cute. So we're gonna wander around, see some things, and then head to some other places across the state. Rhode Island is very small, so you can get across really fast. Not used to that.
That's what it takes just to get to you.
go to the Coastguard House for lunch. Very excited. We actually tried to come the other day, but we didn't have a reservation. If you want to come here, make sure you make a reservation. I'm very excited to try it. It's just a really cool setting. Let's go eat.
There are bees everywhere around here. I assume it's all the apples. There are bees everywhere.
We're not killing bees.
Oh no, yeah, it's a wasp. There are wasps everywhere. Okay, so what's the verdict on these donuts?
They're delicious.
So this is BF Clyde's. This is the oldest operating steam-powered cider mill in the country. So every time we come out here, as long as it's open, we come and we get apple cider donuts and apple cider. It may not be like the best apple cider. I don't know, I haven't had all apple ciders.
Apple ciders?
Apple ciders. Everywhere. So yeah, it's like a tradition for us to come out here and get some donuts and apple cider. And it is really good. Part of it is like, you know, the atmosphere and the scenery and everything about it is just so like quaint and perfect New England, you know?
And delicious.
They're like nice and soft and doughy.
Very fluffy.
Oh, so good.
I've been craving cider for days.
Once we had eaten enough donuts and drank enough cider, we made our way just a few minutes down the road to Mystic Seaport.
With your entrance, you can walk onto any vessel. They have a little colonial village and beautiful grounds.
They also have the last wooden whaling ship in the U.S.
So let's get on this boat. I've never walked onto a boat like this, like a ramp.
No?
No, I don't think so.
It's a boat. I should have brought some flippy floppies.
Flippy floppies. Everything in here is the same color.
It's just like gray.
Steve's gonna test out his rowing skills.
I haven't done this in a while.
Lovely.
That's how you do it. You lift the oars up out of the water and you lean forward, stick them in the water, and then you pull back. You always row in the direction you're not facing.
Yeah.
So you're rowing and you're like, okay.
Tiny swabs. Go.
Perfect. It's a rope.
This rope.
When I was growing up, my dad had a sailboat. He was a big sailor, loved sailing. On the particular boat that he had, there was like a little clip that held on the mainsail. If you let go of it, it would just shoot to the top if it wasn't attached to something. One day we were out sailing, it was like a multi-day trip, and somebody let go of it and it shot to the top of the mast. And I, being the smallest one there, they had this plank of wood and they hoisted me up to the top of the mast to get this little clip and bring it back down. And it was the most terrifying thing in the world.
Look at that rope.
This is the Charles W. Morgan. It is the only wooden whaling ship in the world. It's 106, almost 107 feet long. It was launched in 1841. So this typically had a crew of about 35 people. Now there's like 2 of us on it. And this ship had an 80-year career and went on 37 different voyages. So it's known as the Lucky Ship because it navigated the Arctic ice. It went around Cape Horn multiple times, and it even survived the hurricane of 1938. So this is the first mate's quarters. As you can tell, not a lot of room. And this is the captain's, noticeably quite a bit bigger and nicer. Definitely could not be tall working on this ship. So for reference, Gentry is 4'8", and she's got like, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches above her head. And this is just like no privacy whatsoever.
Popping into one of our favorites, Savoy Bookstore.
I love this little sign.
I remember the summer, we were just kids living in a dream. Undercover lovers, lost in your eyes, swimming in your mystery. A sweet fantasy, beating hearts like thunder, feeling so high at the top of this roller coaster, roller coaster.
Last stop for the day is Wilcox Park. It's a beautiful green space with a pond surrounded by historic downtown Westerly, Rhode Island. Here you can find lots of little bookshops and antique shops, our favorite little bookstore where you can get a chocolate chip cookie and some lemonade, or Malted Barley, our other favorite stop where you can get a warm homemade pretzel with your choice of dipping sauce and their amazing root beer.
We had such a fun time out in New England, and we hope you enjoyed watching this. We still have so much left to share from this trip, so stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed, and hit that bell notification. Thank you so much.